Can't get in there right now, bud. Morning, everybody. As you can see, we are having a snowy day here in March in Wisconsin. Spring's right around the corner. There's robins in the front yard, so that's a good sign. Purpose of this video today, though, is I wanted to do a rabbit cage update. The last time I made any rabbit video was probably discussing our Rabbity, which was a hutch system attached to some grow-out pens. Now, that was fine over the summer. The problem was when winter occurred and the rabbits weren't getting any outside time in pasture pens, they pretty much went to town destroying their cages. And I don't blame them. I would probably go nuts too. So we have since upgraded. These cages I got on Amazon. I'm going to warn you right now, they were not cheap. But they seem to be pretty bomb-proof, especially for what we're doing. And at this point, I actually regret not going with this in the first place. So I'll roll one over here. Let's see if this will work. Just kind of talk about it here. So this is quite a large cage. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but I want to say it's 4 feet by like 2.5, something like that. And these are actually dog grooming kennels, okay? So you got these 2 double doors on the front. Then you've also got these really easily accessible stainless steel dishes. Now it does come with 2. Remy, come on back. Rem, yep, good boy. Now, I only have one on here because what I do is once a week I actually give them a fresh bowl. So these go in the dishwasher. Stainless steel is super easy to work with. What is also nice is that there are 2 independent trays underneath here that are much easier to handle than like those big giant trays that are typically underneath these cages. This is super heavy duty. Like, I wouldn't call it heavy duty for a large breed dog, but for a large breed rabbit, they're not getting out of this unless something mechanically fails on the door. They're not getting out. So, also on the sides, they roll really easy. They're on nice metal casters. On the sides, there's an additional little door here, which I use to easily access and refill hay bins. And my hay bins are actually suet holders, which is doing a great job of preventing a lot of hay waste. And that's in and out super easy. These are stackable. The metal grates in the bottom, they come out. These actually come out so you can easily clean them. The same company sells resting boards. That one's kind of wedged in there right now. Hold on, let me get you a clean one to look at. Company sells resting boards, and they come in 4 packs. So you order one of them and you get 4 resting boards. Like that's sizable. That's the entire width of the cage. Okay? Or depth of the cage, I guess. However you want to look at it. And then these cages also come with a center divider. So it slides in the middle. There's a slot in the middle. And what I'm finding here is that this, and it kind of locks in place here, this is really nice if you are bringing the doe to the buck's cage and you're trying to control space for breeding, or if you just need to make space or you got to work on something on this side of the cage. I also would like to experiment with cutting a hole in a couple of these for the does. And this is why. So when the kits are getting to the point where they're like hopping in and out of the nest box, mom has like no place to go to get away from them. And if they're anything like me, they need a timeout every once in a while. So if I cut a hole in here that's just a little higher than what one of the kits would be able to jump through, then mom can come and go from both sides as she feels the need. And then she can have some space to herself too. Hopefully that'll prevent any, like I haven't had any issues, but you hear stories about people like losing kits because moms just kind of stomped them to death or something. So that would kind of, I think, prevent that. And since I don't use these because my rabbits are the sizes that they are, I don't leave them in the cage. I have several extras, so I don't think it would do any damage just to, you know, cut a hole and experiment with it. Also on these cages, I am currently running heated water bottles, and that has been fantastic to save time. We have standard water bottles, and we were switching them out twice a day because you have to when they freeze. Rabbits absolutely need water. You can't let them go without it for any length of time. And yeah, so I've been pretty happy with it so far. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my lid cam and just go through the motions of getting the cages cleaned up. And they're due for their weekly change out for bedding and all that. So I do that once a week, and then I just put it all in the wheelbarrow and take it over to the compost pile. It doesn't even need to be composted. All this can go straight in the garden bed, but the problem is accessing the garden beds right now. I may save it in hopes that next week all of this has melted and just take it out with next week's load. We don't have to worry so much about bugs or anything right now, so that's the only upside to this. It's not like I got to worry about flies. So leaving a wheelbarrow full of their waste in here isn't going to do any harm for a week.
Okay. Let's start with the food. Fresh dish here. Some sprouts. I am growing out fodder trays right now for sunflower seeds, but I wanted something a little faster. So, got sprouting jars. This is Rolo. He's a good boy. And let's get the hay. Remy, I'm about to put you back in the house. Oh, now you're a good dog, huh? He said, look what a good boy I am. Kind of just offset this. You're naughty. I don't think I'd push it past a week on cleaning these out. If I had a functioning hose right now that wasn't frozen. Actually, our waters aren't even turned on presently for the outside. I would hose these off, but since I don't really have a way to do that, this does work out just fine, again, since I don't have to worry about any sort of bugs right now. This is just shredded straw. We've got pine shavings. This is kiln-dried pine shavings. It's just for a little extra absorption. And then I've got some PIDs in here, stall refresher. The other nice thing about this style of cage, you know, when the rabbits blow their coats, and they will a couple times a year, or if you just have an extra hairy bunny, because Rolo he's a hairy dude. You can see some of the hair already built up on his cage. We plan on blowtorching the cages to kind of deal with that, and that also gives us the ability to sanitize them as well.
Alright, if you stuck with that whole video, I really appreciate you watching, and I really enjoy these cages. If you're looking to get into rabbits or to change up your rabbitry, I will put a link down in the description for these specific cages. I, at this point, really wish I had done them in the first place. Yes, they are expensive, but they are extremely convenient and easy to work with. I hope you found it helpful, and remember to like and subscribe. I got a lot of content that I do put out across various subjects, not just rabbits, but also quail keeping. We've got 3,000 square feet of grow space outside. We have a small orchard. We have, I grow microgreens, sprouts, mushrooms, indoors and outdoors, and I also share my hunting videos. So stick around if you want to see any of that. I would appreciate it. You guys take care. Bye.